Well. This is a monumental day for me. This is a special day for me. I'm here with LASEA75, the Black Unicorn. If you don't know who she is, you're going to know who she is now. And all of a sudden, the internet wants to mess up and knock her out. But you know what? That's what it does. You kind of buffer it a little bit. I think that's on my side. But one thing you don't worry about on this particular program, it's in the cloud. So if it seems like it's a certain way, the replay will be perfect. You kind of froze up on me, sister, but I'm going to keep on talking to introduce you in. Long before I came out to Ghana, she was in Ghana. Much of what I learned about Ghana, as far as with other people in my own research, came from her. She is a young lady that I look up to. She's a young lady who keeps things real. She's a young lady who gives it to you as it is. You don't have to wonder how or what she's thinking. You don't have to ask her and think she's saying one thing and meaning the next. She's on her own. She's going to stand on her own 2 feet, and she is a businesswoman who has carved her own way. She's real. Either you like her or you don't. But either way, you must give it a respect because very few people have done what she's done. And she dropped out of the show. I know she'll be back, and I'm going to keep on talking. Like I said, there's very few people that you can meet that you feel that vibration and you know you're with that person who is destined for greatness. And she's one of those individuals. And this is LASEA75, the Black Unicorn. We're kind of pausing because she dropped out for a second. For some reason, I'm not going to say it's the agents, but you know, the agents got to sleep sometime too. And whenever they do, we get up in the middle of the night, we crawl up, we do a show anyway. But she has been very influential to me and so many other people. She is not a person who has 1 million subscribers, but I tell you one thing, that all of her true subscribers engage with her. And this is why I've learned a lot from her. She has a wonderful personality, but she engages you in a real level. You feel like over the internet on a live show that you're really talking to somebody face to face. Now, I don't know what happened. She has the link. Maybe she's having a little hard time getting in, but I'm going to give her a call right now. I'm going to play. Should I play a little something? I'll play a little Paul Mooney. You were laughing on the last show. Let me see what I'm going to do here. We'll just leave it like that. We'll just play. Okay. All right. Let me just play this music here and we'll move it on.
Hey, I think you're calling me right now. Sorry about that.
No. Look, this is technology. Technology has glitches. And there are a lot of people out there who have energy to throw our way that want to make these things happen. But we're determined. We're like roaches. We're always going to come back. You spray us and we come back. We evolve. I was talking all the good stuff about you while you dropped off for a second. But like I said, I'm going to just tell you to your face, I really respect you. I admire you. You have that it factor. Your trajectory is that you are going places. You have already ascended and done great things in your life, not just as a YouTube talking head, which you're not. In behind those glasses and in that head and under that hair, there's a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of sense. There's no way that you can jump from one continent to the other and sustain yourself and figure things out on the spot and find out where you fit in and really, you know, get blood out of a turnip. I mean, just make it that way. It's a lot of courage. You have to be a little crazy, but I'm not calling you crazy, but to do the thing, you know what I mean? It's wonderful. So many questions for you. There are a lot of things that I haven't asked you. There are a lot of things that I do know from watching the shows. And aside from that, you are an icon. You're iconic. You are a young Black woman who has come to Ghana, making it on your own, doing your businesses, having that eye. I have so many questions to ask of you personally to guide me. You understand? I
mean, thanks for calling me young. I mean, damn, we started it off right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Hey, listen, I'm 100 years old, so you're young to me, right? So, no, but Black don't crack. And, you know, I kind of heard you say what the chronological thing was, and I was like, what? What? No, no. So you're doing something right. You're doing something absolutely right. But for those who don't know you here, which they should, just give me a starter bio on who LASEA75, the Black Unicorn, is. Just a brief things, because I'm going to pick your brain. I'm very diabolical like that. I can pick it this way, make you say things that way, whatever. No, I'm not going to be smart. Just tell us who you are.
Lance, you better not. You better not. You better not.
No, I'm going to leave you flat, but I'm going to go over to the refrigerator and get a little thing of water because this water is empty. Just give me 20 seconds. I'm not leaving you for good. Just keep on talking. Give me the screen, and I'm going to come back. I'm not dodging you for 6 hours. I'll be right back.
No problem. No problem. Okay, hi, y'all. Y'all see me here on Lance's show. If you don't know me, as he said, on YouTube, I'm LASEA75, the Black Unicorn. I repatriated to Ghana in 2019. So I have been here not quite 2 years yet, but definitely a good year and a half, and working on 2 years. It's getting closer and closer. So I came here solo. I have adult children, so my kids stayed back in Chicago where they live at. And I came, but I actually didn't move straight from the States. I moved from Germany. So I was living in Germany. And
You got grown.
You don't believe what?
Two grown kids? Really? So
yes, honey. Yeah, grown.
5 years old?
Child, nah, I had babies in the 90s. You know how it be. You be a little bit young back in the day. But I'm not a grandmother, so okay. All right. I raised them right. So they doing what they need to do as adults. So it's all good. But so I moved here from Germany, and I've been here for, a long enough time to know how to navigate. And so Ghana is great, but Ghana is also extremely challenging. And a lot of y'all fools is getting sold plantains and rainbows and shit. And I'm not selling that on my channel. I'm speaking truth to power with everything I say. And, I use a couple of them cuss words that be making people mad. Oh my God, I think I just saw a fly. Lord Jesus. Well, me and this fly about to be fighting tonight.
I had one crawl across my lens when I was doing the show. It looked like Godzilla was crawling across. So I was like, man, the whole camera went down and I wasn't dressed properly. I had to grab the camera before anybody saw anything. It was a mess. You say you were in Germany. We're talking about Ghana right now, but what was that like in Germany for the time that you were? Just your general impression. They
racist as all hell. Yeah, they racist. They racist. That's cracker country right there. So, the thing about Germany, though, it's very easy for American to go over there and set up shop. So it's easy for you to get a visa, super easy for you to get a job. And I'm in tech. So because of that, not only was I able to get a job, but I was able to get a high paying job in Berlin. So it was just, Germany is easier to adapt to for an American movie if you want something quick and easy. Ghana is the complete opposite. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be straightforward. Processes aren't going to make sense. Whereas in Germany, everything was lined up. But the thing is, all the microaggressions that they have, that unconscious bias, the constant smart-mouthed nonsense. Oh, you're a strong woman, so nothing should bother you. I'd be like, bitch. Oh, you gonna make me call? I just have to call. They tried me several times. So I just. Germany was an experience. I'm glad I did it, though, because I saw in Europe what I see a lot here in Ghana. Germany's not like a lot of the other Western European countries because they don't adapt to technology as quickly as the other Western European countries. So a lot of things are on paper. A lot of things you have to go see people in person. All the same stuff you have to do here in Ghana when you do things. Everything here is on paper. There's a lot of different people you have to see. So it's a lot of the processes are very similar, which is strange, but real. So yeah, so I was there for about 18 months, I think 18 months to 2 years, something like that. And then I came here.
Wow. What motivated you to pick Ghana as opposed to Gambia, as opposed to Tanzania or South Africa? What was it about Ghana did you come here before, or was this the first time that you were here when you first got here until now? Or did you come before? Where did that originate from?
So, I had originally went to South Africa, Southern Africa. So I went to South Africa, Zimbabwe, and I think it was Zambia in the 90s for school, like a study abroad program. When my kids were little, they were little. And I went for a few months there, and I knew I wanted to come back to Africa. I hated South Africa because they hella racist. I got called colored there. And you call me color, I'm ready to square up. And I clean cussed their asses out. And they were like, what is happening? Why do you sound like an American? So, they don't say nothing to you and you cuss white people out and you're an American. Nothing. I clean cussed them out when I was there. But Zimbabwe was a life-changing experience. It was fantastic. It was beautiful. The people there were completely amazing. So I do have a love for Zimbabwe and want to one day go back. But it made me want to live in Africa someday, right? But I didn't know if I could do that with kids in tow. Like if I knew then what I know now, I would have took my student loan check and them tax refund checks, bought me some land, built me a house, and raised my kids right here and did it the smart way. But I didn't know, right? So, I had decided before I even went to Germany, I knew I wanted to go to Africa, but I wasn't sure where I was going to land. So I have some heritage here in Ghana. So I knew I was going to come to Ghana. I was looking at Rwanda because they have processes that are in place to support those looking to get into technology. And then I also was looking at, I just wanted to go to Zanzibar. So I wasn't looking to live there. I just wanted to go to Zanzibar because I wanted to see the beaches. But I wind up just taking a trip to Ghana because the flights and stuff was just so crazy expensive. And I had a limited amount of time. I only had 2 weeks. So I came to Ghana for the year of return in August for my birthday. So I celebrated my birthday here.
Wow.
And then I came by myself. I came on a solo trip too. I don't know if I really talked about that, but I came on a complete solo trip to stay at the Marriott.
Wow.
And so it was
you're amazing. You know how many people would say, I'm too scared to do that? So it was 2019 when you came.
Yeah,
so
2019.
It was April to May. So I missed you by a couple of months. Wow.
Yeah, I came in August, but I turned around and moved in November 29th is when I moved to Ghana. So I had a year plan to move to Ghana. I was going to wait a whole year, but all this shit was popping off with my job and something just kept telling me, go now, go now. Thank God I did, because right after I moved, a few months later, the pandemic happened. And I'd be damned if I'd be trapped with all them crackers. Lord Jesus, they dropping dead like flies and shit. No. So I'm so happy that when the pandemic hit, I was in Ghana because it was so well handled, right? How they handle things, how the government put processes in place that they actually stuck to and made sure people adhere to was fantastic. And it kept people safe. So so that's how I got here.
Wow. But you just landed on your feet. I mean, I know you're very wise and you're a business person. So the little details that would slip past maybe other people or people like myself, they're not going to get past you. I just get the impression that you can think on your feet and make quick, good decisions. You're not going to say that, but I can see that in you. I see a lot of good things in you.
I think, though, we all make questionable decisions at times, right? And I definitely have made some badass decisions over the years. But I think something happens as you get older. I will say that for sure, especially for women. You hit a certain age in your 40s. Can't nobody tell you who you are, what you want, what you should do, how you should do it, because you already know who you are. You know what you want. You know what you're going to deal with and what you're not going to deal with. And if you're a real woman and a true woman, you're comfortable and you love yourself enough to say, okay, look, I am going to step out on faith and make it do what it do. So that's what I did here. For me, I was like, I'm not working for nobody. I'm not doing it at all. The cultural differences here would make it impossible for me to work for people here because I believe in time. Time doesn't exist here. So it's a thing that, right. So it's a thing. It just, there's certain things I knew I wanted to do. But in my mind, I was bringing my security company here for API testing and cybersecurity training here to Ghana. I wasn't doing Black Unicorn anything. Black Unicorn Limited is my company, where Black Unicorn Properties is, and where I have the Black Unicorn Business Blueprint, where I help entrepreneurs learn how to be entrepreneurs here in Africa, because it's just so different. But none of these things came about until, I was doing this YouTube channel. And I did my YouTube channel just to share my experience, because I wasn't finding shit on YouTube about what it was really like to come to Ghana. Yeah, I saw people saying, oh, it's plantain rainbows, it's milk and honey, we got gold everywhere, just pick that shit up, you be rich, bitch. No, it's not like that. Another one's like, oh, I'm building this village, la la la, skippity doo. And I'm just like, where's the real people at? Nobody was talking that real shit. And I was just like, there has to be more to Ghana than all this rose-colored glasses stuff. And because I know it's a developing country, I know that the power goes out. I know the internet is not that strong, but y'all trying to pretend like it is. But okay. So I started, my channel, putting out my own experiences, because whenever you watch me, you see me talk about my own experiences, and, you see me use my colorful language and shit. So, and so I was like, let me just share. That's why I talk to people about the plugs, literally the plugs you need, and the type of, things you should bring with you, and the things you can actually buy here, so you don't have to worry about shipping everything. And just the simplest things is what I share with people, because that is what I wanted to see. Right. So I forgot whatever your question was, but I was going.
Whatever it was, you answered me, because I don't have it in my head anymore, right? So
okay, you and me both. I was like, you had a question, but I forgot. But yeah, so I mean, being here is cool. It's nice. Doing business here is hard. I'm gonna be very honest with people. It's very hard.
I agree.
You do have a privilege here that you don't have in the U.S. And that if you are British, a Black Brit, you're not going to have it in the UK either. You can get an audience with an MP or one of these politicians super easy as a Black American, super easy, especially if you have certain set of credentials. So I've gotten these things, but here's my thing: the lack of follow through and the need for people to want a little extra when you're trying to just give back by teaching someone or teaching a group of people a skill set, and they want a little something, or they're not taking you seriously because you're a woman. I've had that happen. So, dealing with these things it takes a lot, and you have to, at some point, you need a Ghanaian around you that you can trust, and that's going to tell you the truth and not just be smiling in your face, placating because they trying to make $1.50, right? You need someone who's going to tell you the truth. Like, don't be sitting there eating fufu with a spoon. The fuck wrong with you? You use your fingers, right? So, I mean, they need to be very truthful with you. And if they can't be truthful with you, because Ghanaians aren't going to cuss, they're going to be very polite. They're extremely polite and passive aggressive. But, you need someone who's going to be and say, look, I don't think this is a right decision because this person doesn't seem like they're being honest with you. If you don't have that, you're going to wind up making a whole lot of mistakes. And so I have that, but I've seen so many diasporans, or heard of so many diasporans falling through loopholes and getting caught up, spending stupid amount of money on anything from a car to land to just doing your residency or trying to extend your visa. It's so much craziness because everybody got to hustle. So, here in Ghana, everything is about who you know. And if you don't know the right people, it's going to take a little while to get over that learning curve.
Yes, indeed. You have not said any lies at all. You are absolutely true and correct in what you say. And it's like who you know, and we have tables and we have hands that go under tables, and that's just the way it is. It's similar in America, but it's afforded to a certain class.
But it's called lobbying in America.
There you go. So you get pissed off here when you do it. You can't really get pissed off here when you do it. Right. My thing is that, the people who paint that picture See, for me, it's a little different. I'm a couple of decades older than you, right? And as a person who is entering those retirement years, I don't have the same anxieties as though someone who may be coming with young children. They may not have a regular something coming from whatever, which, hey, that place can collapse and your ass out. But when you come, you can't come under the premise of the way someone else that you know came. You have to know your situation. What I'm trying to say is that I know several people who are coming with no plan. They're bringing young children and they say, oh, I'll just braid hair or I'll do this. I'll find something. And I'm like, no,
that's
you can't
dumb.
do that.
You can't do that here.
Who come with that mentality?
I mean, you know, some of these people got mad at me several times. You know, some of your folks that's in the chat, I'm sure already know. They get mad at me because I speak the truth. You can't be coming to Ghana broke. Ain't no social services here. Ain't no welfare. You ain't getting no food stamps. You ain't getting your unemployment. You ain't getting your rent paid by nobody. Ain't nobody gonna take no pity on you because too many people are poor here. And too many people are constantly hustling, like the hawkers you see in the street. A hawker is a person that's in the middle of the street selling something. When you're riding in your car, you stop at a light, they come out and they're selling you something. Plantains, pillows, toilet paper, whatever, anything. It's like you're shopping in the middle of the street. But it's like you can't come here ass broke. And I personally don't think you should be coming here with kids unless you know for sure that you got a place to stay for 2 years, not just one, because you got to pay all your rent here up front. You know, you can't just be saying, oh, I'm going to pay my rent each month. No, you're not. You paying your rent all up front at one pop. And you better hope that the place you get, you actually like being there and it's not, you know, it don't get shady real quick because that happens all the time here. You know, so if you're going to come here, you better have some savings. You better have a backup plan. You better have some type of money to be able to survive on when your initial money runs out. Because for most people, they're going to run out of money, you know, unless you have some kind of income coming in before you get here, you're going to struggle your ass off. And it just makes no sense. And that's why I'm just like trying to help people like, look, you can start your own business based on the skills that you already have, because there's so many things needed here, right? There's so much opportunity here. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's kind of like, it's not like you're taking someone else's job. You're creating jobs if you do it right. If you do it right, you come in, you're going to have to hire somebody because you don't speak the language. English, yeah, they speak that shit. But that is not the main language. The main language is tree. You ain't motherfucking know. You going to know today. The main language is tree. And most of them barely speak English. They be like speaking the King's English and you be speaking Black people American English and they be confused as hell. Like, what did you say? And I just be like, okay, I have to slow it down and enunciate, you know, so that they can really understand me. But if a British person speaks, they seem to get it better. You know what I'm saying? But you have to understand these things and know these things. And most people don't because they watching these bullshit ass YouTubers who are on there selling them dreams, plantains and rainbows, and not selling them a reality because them fools is making money off your Black asses. All you niggas out there in the States is putting money in their pockets because y'all following along the okie doke and not asking no questions. But then you want to come from other people talking about how you know how to do this, how you know how to do that, and what you up to. You know what, bitch? You don't have to do business with me. You back the fuck up. I need to work with people who are going to be offended by how I talk, nor offended by my truth. Yeah, I hope your little audience ain't offended.
No. We have some live ones. Come on. But see, the thing is, for you, the spicy language is seasoning to the intelligence that you bring. You bring a meal. You bring nutrition. You're not just bringing spices. Look, when nobody goes to the restaurant and says, let me get some pepper, let me get some of this, let me get some salt, you're a meal. What you just did was full of wisdom and knowledge. And if somebody can't accept the fact that this is not that utopia where you just show off or show up get off the plane, you hear drums and everybody's welcoming you and you come. No, it's not like that. You know
I can't tell you how many people think they're going to have drums at the airport and shit. And I'll be like, this ain't Zamunda. What the hell? This ain't coming to America. You ain't getting y'all watching these little clips on, you know, YouTube for the year of return and for the famous people. They do that. They don't do that for the regular people. So I'm just like, okay, y'all. Sorry, I had to jump in because that always makes me laugh.
It's the truth. It's the truth. And there are a lot of things culturally that are there and perceptions that I've run into with different, and I'm not saying I put people in a certain class. I'm just saying with different mindsets of people who may be or put themselves in a different class. You have some people who may not have all the money that they think they should, and they're living on a certain level. You have the people who have left here, who are born Ghanaian, who come back from the UK and America, and now they feel they're elevated and they're treating them like others would treat them. And then you have the ones who are to the religion, but they know the deal, they're feeling it, but they go to the juju man, whatever they really believe in that. So you have all these different mixtures, and when now you're here new, mainly you're viewed a certain way, but you have to figure out and sift through who you're dealing with, and it's a constant thing. How do you see me? Do you see me a person who has a lot of money, or do you see me like, okay, the whole area here knows that I do YouTube, so all the little girls, I'm not saying girls like little girls, but a lot of women are very friendly now because they think that you're on YouTube, you're making millions. Right, I want to have a baby, be friendly to you. So you don't know somebody's coming at you a certain way, and of course you're a woman, and you're from somewhere else, and you're a beautiful woman and you're intelligent. Ding ding, cha-ching.
Yeah, all they see is a green card. They see, I shouldn't even say green card. They see a ticket and a meal ticket to go to America, or a meal ticket to go to wherever you from, as long as it's outside of Ghana, outside of Africa. I mean, first of all, the men look at you that way, but the women, let me flip this real quick and talk about the black women coming over here with a hot ass. I don't know why y'all chicks in y'all 40s think it's hot girl summer out in this bitch all the time. Y'all coming over here hooking up with these youngins, and it's not even their 40s, women 40, 50, 60 and older, hooking up with these young cats. They like 20s. Like they grandkids ages and shit, like your kids' age. What that's all about. I'm just saying, Stella, everybody trying to get their groove back. I don't know. But I just be like, y'all need to slow your roll, because what's going to happen is, as your money drains out and you get your little fucking feelings hurt, you're going to be sitting on YouTube swearing up and down that everybody in Ghana is a scam artist. All the men ain't shit. They all chasing you, all this stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. The side chick mentality is strong up in this piece. I mean, it is strong. It is accepted. And it is like a way of life. Like there's a whole section of people who are literally side chicks. Basically, that to me is you a concubine, right? So all these concubines running around, to the MPs and all these businessmen and whatever, while they got 1, 2, 3, 4 wives, but they got this little hot thing running around. And then you got these American women coming here thinking that they hot to trot and shit. And I'm just like this one chick, she ain't my friend, but she's a friend of a friend. And her ass 49 years old, pretty. She don't look her age, but she act like a child. And I was like, girl, how old is you? You look like you're 30. You better get your life, try chasing this guy, thinking they doing something for you, walking around with your Louis bags and all your little expensive shit when you don't got a pot to piss in or a window throw it out of. Girl, bye. Probably over there in Section 8 and shit in Cali. You know how they have the hotel, not the hotels, but the apartments that are the rent is fixed, so it can't increase on your ass, bitch. That's Section 8. That's what I call that shit. But they come here trying to chase men with money, and I'm looking at them like, how many beautiful women are here that are half your age that they can play with, so the women, the Black American women, the Black women from the other countries coming here, y'all need to sit down somewhere and stop having a hot ass, because your twat gonna start burning in a minute if you stop fucking around, because they will slide up in anything. Okay, some of these fools will slide up in anything if they think it's going to get them some money, because they chasing them dollars. They will try their best to talk you, con you, get your money from you by any means necessary. I have a philosophy. Number one, you shouldn't be paying for no man's shit. Why are you paying for his shit? I'm not talking about people in a relationship. I'm talking about somebody you just met, hanging out with. Why are you paying for his shit? What is happening? Why are you sending him money if you live abroad? Why would you be sending a man money? For what? He got your baby? I don't think he carried your baby. Can no man pop a baby out his butthole? So y'all need to stop. I mean, I'm just saying, That's my personal opinion. I'm just getting on a tangent because I'm seeing more and more of this nonsense, and they making YouTube videos about this stupid shit and acting like I'm so in love, I'm so changed. I'm like, girl, you just got some good dick and you confused.
You need to tell it. This is a lot of heartache. I'm telling you. No, seriously, you're saving people from a lot of heartache.
They are,
because you see, the weather can become intoxicating, and the whole terrain and all of this. Let me tell you, there's some very romantic places here that you by yourself and you look and see a kitty cat, you fall in love with the cat because of daggone places. So come here, kitty, I love you. I'm going to marry you. It's that kind of place where it strikes you a certain way. But we need to go more on that, because I see a lot of saying. And we're not saying everybody's, but this it's really when you have those shysters that are there. I'm not saying everybody's a shyster, but when you put yourself out there and look to be so vulnerable and so green and wet behind the ears, what you think is going to happen?
You're going to attract it. You're going to attract what you're looking for. If you're not, so I'm not talking to the people who's not coming out here looking for it. If you're not looking for the ding dong, that's the best approach because somebody good will come to you, but when you chasing it and you looking for it and you desperate for it and you will just lay up with the first one that you see or anyone, just because he's talking smooth. Let me tell you something. These brothers out here got a smooth tongue, honey. They will tell you they love you as soon as they meet you. They gonna call you their wife, everything, as soon as they meet you. And they got all the tricks in the book, and they talk to each other. They talk to each other about how to do this to get other women. When I say I have somebody that's teaching me, I have somebody that's teaching me. We tell me, look, listen to this. Come listen to this. Let me tell them what they're doing. And I'm like, I sure will. Because they are talking to each other. It's like they're training each other how to do that shit. But it's the YouTubers do this dumb shit here too. How do we get more of these Americans to trust us? Because Americans throw away money like nobody's business. I've never seen people just come off their money so easily without any verification of anything, even to see if the business is actually registered. Nothing. They see somebody on YouTube and they just Ghanaians on YouTube and will immediately go to them and just be like, oh, here's my money. With no questions asked. And I'm just like, why would you say that you're mad now that you got ripped off when you didn't ask any questions before you paid the money to this person about anything? You didn't check anything. You didn't do anything. I just find it bizarre because most Black people in the States would never do that. They would question everything. They would be doing all kind of like, you got some references, all kind of shit. But here they could ass out dumb. I had a single mom trying to come here and work with me, which we cut ties, but this heifer giving out her children's passport information, biometric information, and her own to some shipping agent because he's smooth talking her, telling her, oh, I can get you through customs really fast and all this other shit. I was like, this nigga don't need that shit. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you trying to get your daughters raped and kidnapped and child trafficked? She ain't never come after that. I made a whole video on that bitch. But I'm just saying, this is the dumb shit I'm talking about. And people do it. And I just be like, yo, like, are you kidding me? Are you serious right now? So, I don't know why I'm so raw today, Lance. I think I'm more raw on your show than I am on my own. Lord Jesus.
Well, we have our little ways to communicate, and I'm kind of raw too when I'm using my analogies that you love so much. So I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. These are the things that we touch on, and who better to share them than you who have several businesses and you deal with people and you see their ignorance firsthand. And I don't know what it is. It's something about the sun here, something about the atmosphere. People get crazy. They change. They what is it about this place that, it's wonderful. I love it because I know how to live it. I know what to extract out of it. And I'm battle hardened after a while, after all these years on this earth. But some people get cuckoo with it when they get here. What is it about this place that's so wonderful that makes them drop their guard?
Damn. Shit. That's a good question, Liz. Like, I'm kind of like, I don't know. But at the same time, when you think about the people who are coming over, the people coming to visit, or the people who want to be here, we also have to talk about the people that are already here. So you have a whole group of diasporans here. And right now I'm going to talk slowly about North Americans. Whole group of North Americans here, divisive as all hell. I've never seen Black Americans or North Americans, folks from Canada or the Caribbean, any of the islands, be outside of North America and not be unified until I came to Ghana. It's the first time I've ever seen that. And it's shocking to me because I've lived on 4 continents. So I'm just like, I've seen a lot of shit. So I'm just kind of like, what is the problem here? But, you know, here you got a whole lot of just, it's like people brought that old school mentality of, I don't know if it's old school or just ghetto, a mentality of just wanting to gossip constantly and talk shit about people, but in a different format. Instead of just sitting on the front porch, you know, and the old lady sitting there talking that shit. And then, you know, the kids like, ooh, my mama said, you know, on the phone talking, you know what I mean? Right. They texting and on Facebook and on social media, WhatsApp groups, whatever, talking that shit instead of talking to people about what's really happening and trying to come together. Like, I just feel like it's just it's a wild, wild west up in here right now. And it's strange to me that it's that way because so many Black people have been coming to Ghana for so long and so many Black people live here. And when I say Black people, I'm just talking about those who weren't born in Africa, right? They were born in the US or somewhere else. So many Black people are here. But what have they done for those of us who just got here, those of us coming? Why is it so hard for us to get shit done unless we know the right people? You know, and I know some people are going to look at that and be like, how dare she say that? But I'm just like, what the fuck y'all been doing? Y'all been here 30, 40, 10 years, 15 years, hell, 5 years. What have you been doing? And then you sit up here and then asking for money and shit. I cannot stand that. Because I'm like, why should anybody give you money when you can't show me what the hell you've been doing? You know, and I know some people got their citizenship. Okay, yeah, that's great and shit. But how many people actually work to get that done? As far as I know, only a handful of people actually did the work. Everybody else is riding them fucking coattails trying to get that citizenship when the names got pushed forward. That's not how shit should work. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Right. There's no systematic way or channel or road to do it. It's just like there's so many ways. You ask one question to 10 different people, you get 15 different answers. What the heck is that?
Fuck! This a big bug. Hold on.
Oh, damn. This is classic, y'all. I'm not laughing at your sister, but that was classic. You better hope nobody does a meme on that one. I gotta kill it, Lance. Wait a minute. Kill him. Oh, damn. Got me looking now. Classic moment. You got him?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
You know,
Lord Jesus Christ. Right? Oh, sorry, y'all.
Listen. If there's a top 100 moments or top 10 moments out of all my videos, that's one of them. That's one of them right there. If there's a top 10, that might be number 1. You didn't have to go too far to get the bug spray, so you were ready.
I don't be playing no games here, okay? I don't even know what kind of bug that was. It had wings and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. No, but sometimes, I'm telling you, the other night, I was doing a live, and I looked down, and there was a spider about the size of, like, the body was like the size. This is one of my little lights that it was big, and it was hairy.
Yeah. Anything hairy these bugs for me. Yeah. These bugs here are big, and when you see them, I don't care if y'all think it's ratchet, you got roaches, nigga. This is just one of these random big bugs that fly in when you open the door. I don't even know, honey. No.
They got a mind of their own, for real. Let me tell you something. When them spiders come in here and I see them, it's like they know I see them. Because the minute I reach for some spray or something to get, they out. They know to run. And they run fast, too. I'm like, I'm not sleeping up in here and you running around. That's right.
Right, exactly. Right thing. Exactly.
But I ain't gonna,
I'm so sorry.
Straight funny, though. No, you gotta apologize. That was straight funny. I might have to do a private meme and send it to you. You might be memed on that one.
I might be, you know, I'm just saying, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. So what were we talking about? I don't even know.
Bug, what were we talking about? I don't know. We were talking about coming out here. Well, you know what?
You said something about people coming out here and not having money or not having a plan. And I think that people also need to be really realistic about how they want to live. Because some people will contact me and just be like, oh, yeah, I want a 3-bedroom house that has electric fencing, brand new, just built, modern kitchen, must have air conditioning, has to have fans, all this list of shit. And then tell me, oh, I only want to spend $150. Ghana is expensive. Okay, I'm just gonna let y'all know, especially those of you coming to Accra. Accra is the most expensive city in Ghana, right? So if you want to have the same exact thing that you have right now in the States, you need to get ready to pay your rent in dollars and get ready to pay real rent, $1,000 and up, period. And I'm not just talking about for no 3-bedroom. I'm talking about for a 1-bedroom, because some of y'all so damn bougie and say crazy shit to me like, oh, we gotta have a bathtub. Okay, well, you know what? That's going to cost you even more because it's hard to find bathtubs right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you know, a reality check on expectations. Like managing your expectations is a must. And like, I think people need to realize when you have to pay that much rent up front, when it comes time, you have to pull that money out of your account. You're going to feel some kind of way. Because I've already seen people do this, change their mind, feel some kind of way. You'd be like, damn, we was doing all this work already. And now you saying you don't want to do it because you feel it's too much money. It's your budget, not mine, right? So you agreed you told me your budget. I didn't tell you what budget to have, right? So it's just, you know, it's all.
Get mad at you for that. They can't get mad at you.
Yeah, I've had one try. They can try, but you know, it's just kind of like, yo, be realistic. You know, you can get a nice, beautiful 2-bedroom apartment for like $200 a month, sometimes even less than that. And it still is newer and it's nice and it's spacious, but it's not going to be like fancy. When I say fancy, it's not going to be like your own personal home that you built for yourself to your taste. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, but to do that, you also have to be willing to live further out. You can't be living in Accra proper. So people be wanting to be in East Legon and Countenance and Airport Residential and all these expensive places. Oh, I got to have this delivered. I need access to that. Well, you know what, ho? You should have said that shit before, you know, you got your ass out here, because I would have told your ass that if you want to do that, you need to be paying in dollars, because that's what the rent's going to be in those areas. If you want all these little amenities here, you're going to have to kick it old school and go get your shit yourself. Period.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
that's right. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to adjust. And like you said, to go further out, it'll be easier on you. But many people want to be right there in the exact same way they did in America and think that the money's going to stretch 10 times over. Your money can stretch, but you're going to have to switch up some things. You're going to have to go out. You know, I'm not trying. Look, my thing is, I'm not trying to come out here and pay a mortgage again. But there are no mortgages really. You got to tell them how it's a cash-based kind of place. You know, it's a cash. Yeah.
So there is mortgages here, but they model those mortgages off of the British system and some off of the U.S. system. And let me tell you what the interest rate is on a mortgage. Starts at 24% and up. The fuck? 24%. And they run your U.S. credit, and you got to sign your life away to them, and they can take your house from you if you default, don't pay, whatever, which is insanity because that's not how Ghana works. Ghana works strictly on cash, as Lance just said. So when you come to Ghana, you'll see a lot of these buildings that are uncompleted, and that's because people build as they have the money. So they'll start with their foundation wall, then they'll do the borehole, then they'll do the actual foundation for the home. It has an actual name, but I can't remember what it is. But, you know, when they truly start the foundation to hold your home up, and then they'll stop. Then they'll start with maybe the first floor. Then they'll stop for maybe a year and then come back and do the second floor if it's story building, a 2-story building or something like that. So people here pay for their homes to be built out of pocket over time because you don't have any restrictions. You don't have, oh, your home must look this way. We have this HOA. You have to be done building your house within 18 months or 6 months or some crazy fucking shit. No, the average time people build here is between 5 and 10 years. Now, Americans come over and they're building, not just Americans, but people from the West are coming over building much faster because they have that, the money, one, to do it, and the mindset to say, okay, I want to get this done as quickly as possible so I don't have to waste money renting, which is great. You know, it's fine. Whatever your money can pay for, as long as your money can stretch, you can get stuff done. But yeah, that's how it works here. And I would never, ever, ever, ever recommend anybody take out a mortgage in Ghana because they don't know what the fuck they doing. Yes, I said it, and people are going to get so mad at that. And people are going to get pissed. They don't know what they're doing because it's not a system in which they're used to having, and it's a brand new industry here. So when you have brand new industries, you're going to have hiccups, you're going to have mistakes, you're going to have emulation of the way people do things in other markets and other countries. But other countries in the West are not Africa. And so picking a system just like it's done in the West, bringing it to Ghana and doing it the exact same way is counterproductive because it's not going to work. People might buy into it initially, but over time, that shit's not going to work. Because 24% interest, get the fuck out of here. How bad does your credit need to be in the States to get 24% interest? I mean, what the fuck? You know, so come on, nah. Hell to the nah. That's like a predatory loan.
Exactly. It's a predatory loan. I mean, why would somebody do that? But see, you know, there are a lot of people I've noticed, and I've had that conversation, that there are a lot of people that are coming here that are running away from situations. You see what I mean? And we end up being around them, dealing with them, whatever. But, you know, when you said that thing about running a person's credit, that scares some people because a lot of them are running away from debt and things that they owe, and they can't go that way. So they try to go into the underbelly and think they can survive that way. But it comes to bite you. Just have your stuff straight. Have your lump sum. If you don't have it, cut certain things out. Make a plan, a 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 year plan, and save your money and research. People here like yourself that you talk to, I'm not as gifted as you are in those areas because this is what you do. But I'm on the ground. They can say, "Hey, Lance, show me something. Talk to somebody. I'll talk on the camera, no problem." But people get so caught up into the being romanticized with this whole thing. How just coming, the ancestors will take care of me. The ancestors will do this, and the ancestors. Will do that.
This whole ancestor trip is getting on my nerves because people are using it in such a disrespectful way because they're not valuing it. They're not valuing, you know, the fact that you have ancestors and they come from Africa and they likely come from Ghana, if not West Africa. And there's no value there. There's just like this whole delusion that people have that somehow the sky is going to open, the ancestors going to drop, Jesus is going to be walking by talking about what it do. Come on with it. I got you, bro. I got you. You know, that doesn't happen. The same shit that you go through in the States, you're going to go through here if you bring those same problems and same attitude with you. If you're arrogant, bougie as shit, and you come here, you're going to be arrogant and bougie as shit. Now see how far that takes you. If you don't got no money, you can't afford to be bougie. Number one. Let's just be real about that shit. And so I'm just like, y'all need to back up. they need to back up and get some business. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, that's just like cars though. Cars, I mean, you know, like there are some places I think now that let you do financing on cars. But it's really better to just buy your car outright or ship a car from the States and bring it here, you know. But, you know, for those of y'all who are hustlers in the States, don't be shipping no stolen cars. Okay, all you're going to do is get your ass in trouble because they check that customs, right? They can run those VIN numbers. They have access to the same databases that they use in the States for that. So just letting y'all know, because some of y'all trifling. I'm coming from Chicago. I know it. but you know, I it was something else you said earlier in that question or that statement that you made that I wanted to address, but I kind of got distracted when I was reading the chat. This Dan Diablo is my little stalker.
Oh, I got rid of him.
This nigga.
I got rid of him.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
That's what we call it. You'll get steamrolled. That foolishness.
Okay. All right.
Right away. Boom, got him out. That's right.
Thank you. Yeah, that threw me off. It threw my whole thought off. I was like, this nigga, what? Okay. I'm on somebody else's channel. Let me
over here
control
follow you. That's right. It's fine. That's what it is. And they will travel far and wide. But like I say, you know, haters are your invert cheering squad. They're your invert cheering, you see? And they don't invest time on losers. So they're giving you compliments, invert, because they're not going to invest time on losers. You're a winner. Who's a loser who gets hated on? You know what I mean? It's when you're doing things and you hear them, something about who wants to have a chick with a mouth like that. That's the very reason why it's all up in your face. He likes you. Yes.
He's so funny.
Like I'll save my jokes, my more spicier jokes later on when I voice message you, right? But I can read that like
you be off the chain. You be off the chain. I know. Yeah, but people need to come here. Like, I really honestly believe people need to visit, right? They need to visit. But even if you don't visit and you just come and decide you're going to live, you really need to have a serious plan. Because what happens is, even if you have a plan, your plan is going to get diverted in some type of way, because that's just life. But at least with a plan, you at least know where your income is coming from, or what income streams you have. You know, it's not really wise to come to Ghana and talk about, I'm gonna be a YouTuber and that's how I'm gonna make my money. Oh, is that so?
Oh my God.
There's so many trying to do that. And I'm just like, what? You don't understand. You have to have so many, so many people to make money in YouTube. It don't work like that.
It don't work like that. It don't work like that. There are folks who are thinking, getting all this money and Oh, he's living on us. He's getting over on us. Don't you think that all 8 years that I've worked all my life and I've sacrificed through different marriages and raising children and putting everybody else ahead of me, I waited until 50 years old to be able to say, and I'm not saying my wife is pushed out and it's just about me, but where I can have a little more leeway to focus on me and do the things that because I did my job. I'm still here. There are people I know that didn't make it to 20, didn't make it to 22 or 25.
Right.
There's a lot. Some people see me like, I'm seeing a ghost, because you survived and you thrived and you're still here. We know how that system is back in America. So now it's going to be, well, hey, maybe I can do a few things for myself now and enjoy myself. And it's not a selfish thing. I want to live a simple life. And that's not going to kill me here. So many people that I want to build this big mansion and I want to build this. Look, I'm happy with the little I have, my land, growing my fruits and do little things when that time comes, when things are completed. But just to be able to go, I got to racist white cops, the system, this pushing and pushing and pushing, looking for this big pension, and you're working until you're 80 years old. No, man.
Right. Yeah, they work you to death in the States. As soon as you get sick or as soon as something happens, they'll get rid of you or you drop dead and they'll easily replace you. That's why people need to have their own businesses. That's why people need to have their own land. Most people in the States that I know don't own their homes because they can't afford it. Either your credit's not good, or you don't, even if your credit is good, you can't get the loan at a decent interest rate. There's always something that's holding us back as Black people, right? And for me, I'm done with excuses. Everybody else, y'all can keep those excuses, because in Africa, you have the ability to start afresh, start anew, and be able to do business and be able to generate wealth for yourself and for your family over time, if you have the patience and the fortitude to really go after what you want and what you want to do. If you're not successful, okay, maybe you're doing the wrong thing. Do something else. Don't give up, but just keep moving forward, or you pivot. Pivoting is everything here, because if you don't know how to adjust and change, you're never going to be successful, So I mean, this is what I do with people. So if anybody's curious what I do, just go to theblackunicorn.com and, I'm tripping, theblackunicorn.org. It's .org.
I'm sorry,
I said
.org,
.com.
.org.
Lord,
It's
yeah.
scrolling across the bottom.
Yeah, .org, and then you can learn more about it. But yeah, I just feel that when people come here broke or don't have any income streams, or trying to take their tax refund check, and you think you're going to live off of that, that's not realistic. It's not going to work, because you still have to eat. Your ass is going to get hustled because you're a foreigner. I don't care who you think you are. I think the biggest thing is, don't come over here with all this attitude. So people come over here. I saw a grown ass man in ShopRite, old dude, like gray hair and everything, yelling and screaming at one of the cashiers because he felt that she was trying to rip him off. Even if she was trying to rip him off, that wasn't the way to handle it. He's handling it the same way he would if he was in the States, being ignorant as hell, because that kind of aggressiveness and yelling and cussing and acting a fool in public is accepted. But that doesn't work here. If anything, that's going to make the Ghanaians think that you are a problem and maybe you need to be arrested, right? Or that they want to distance themselves from you completely and don't want to be around you because they're not used to, nor do they like that kind of behavior. So, it's kind of like you have to have the ability to adapt to the culture and respect it enough to change yourself in a way that will allow you to be comfortable here, or you're going to quickly want to leave or just be complaining constantly about everything. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going to have to do a gut check. Those things, like you said, are not acceptable here. You have to know and have yourself cleansed from within. You can't bring that mentality here. It's like a beautiful ship that comes over from another land to bring new people over, but they bring a ship full of rats, and the rats get off and infest the land. You know what
Isn't that what the white people did every time they came to the New World?
Yep.
It's always bringing disease.
Yeah. And the attitudes that they bring here, and then it joins on with those that think that place is the land of milk and honey, and they want to go with. Tell me this. What would you tell? And you spoke about it before, but a lot of the sisters here and a lot of the brothers, and I did a video too where I had a brother who was saying how, the place is so great, whatever. I'm not hating on America. I just know what's up with it. You know what I mean? Do you think that more Ghanaians should think about trying to stay and build on what the resources are here? I can understand why, but as a piece of advice, because we're going to have Ghanaians who are going to be born Ghanaians who are going to be watching this. You have traveled the world and lived in different places. For those who say they want to leave and go to America because all they got to do is work for 2 years and just work real hard and I get all this money, and what do you think that that's something to be encouraged? Do you think they may have a better shot here? What would you think about that?
I think Ghanaians should stay here. I mean, I think that it is, I tell people all the time if they ask me, and the ones, especially the ones that I saw in Germany. I saw more Ghanaian refugees in Germany than I ever saw in the States, in dire situations, sleeping on trains, sleeping in the park, no money for food, nothing, and distraught, not even knowing which way to turn because they're in a whole new environment, don't speak the language, it's cold, it's terrifying, right? And I just feel like the grass is not always greener on the other side. It may appear to be that way, but it's not. Your humanity will be stripped from you the moment that you step foot in America. Your manhood will be taken from you. As you are a Black man, you are going to be seen as a man anymore. You're going to be seen as a threat. Black men are seen as a constant threat. I have a Black son that's a man, and I'm scared every single day that he's going to get shot by the police. Not just getting shot because it's Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And Chicago is like a split city. You depending on where you live, the violence is not even that bad. It's the cops that worry me the most because, they have impunity to kill. They got a nigga hunting license now to kill on the spot, and nobody's held accountable for it. And it's just kind of like, we going to put this one guy in jail. No, you're not. They're going to quit that motherfucker in a minute. That's why the shit's an appeal. So it's kind of like they're showing us who they are. They've been showing us who they are. The thing now is that everybody has a phone and it can be recorded. That's the only difference. This shit has been going on for years. I know it. I've seen it. You know it. You've been through it. It's been going on for years. Only thing's different now, though, is that they're adding women and our children to it in a way that is most violent, in a way that it hasn't been seen before. It's kind of like none of us have humanity anymore. We're all animals to them. Therefore, we all should die. And so every time someone here or anywhere else in Africa is trying to go there, I'm telling them, you're going to you're going to die, period. You're going to get shot. You're going to get killed. The white people are going to kill you. Oh my God, the white people aren't bad. You're white. No, first of all, baby, I'm not white. I could be your mama. You better stop it. I'm not white. The white people, though, you're going to understand what black and white really means when you hit a Western country, because all this nice acting bullshit these crackers do when they come to your country, they don't do that. They don't act like that when they're home turf. On their home turf, they're going to remind you every day they see you as a nigga, period. Not even a nigga. You are a nigger to them. You are a nigger. You got a nigger family, and we don't want any of y'all around us, by us, and we will make your life a living hell for the rest of your days. So y'all can stay in that bullshit if you want to. I saw, as soon as they elected Trump, I said, oh, fuck that. I got to go. So within a year, the second year he went into his term is when I left. You know, there's a lot of shit that was going down too that led to me leaving at that time. But I had already knew when I saw this racist cracker, and I already know how racist this cracker is before he became president and how his children act. They are the racist of racist white people. And it's kind of like, y'all let this cracker in because all y'all motherfuckers switched out your hoods and your white robes for suits and ties and police officer uniforms. And so now you're in public to do your fucking dirt. And what can we do? March. How long we been fucking marching? What has it done? You know? So it's like, okay, it's almost to the point where they're antagonizing us as a race so much that this is a different generation. These motherfuckers now will shoot back. They will fight back. They will hunt your motherfucking ass down because they got guns too. You know, and we don't want an all out kind of like, you know, what I think they want to do is they want a race war. And the thing is, we don't want that because they will be just killing us. It'd be genocide, right? So it's kind of like, I feel like that's where America is at this point, which is something I actually don't never talk about on my channel. So this is a different topic, you know. Right.
You can come here anytime you want and talk about that stuff. No problem. You know what I mean? Because I've been through it, and everybody knows I've been beat by 11 cops back in '89. 11 of them, man. You know what I mean?
You lucky to be alive.
They chokeholded me, punched me in the face, trying to rip my nuts off and twist my man. I know pain. Trust me. Me and King have a lot in common as far as that's concerned.
Right. But then they make bills. They make bills for the Asians. Anti-Asian violence bill or whatever the fuck. Let's protect these Asians. And y'all don't have nothing against Asians. They fine or whatever. But how the fuck a couple of Asians get knocked the fuck out and y'all get a bill immediately, yet the lynching bill has been sitting around for fucking ever and still hasn't been passed? I don't know if the word lynching got them thrown off because, you know, they want to just have a free pass to continue lynching or what, but they don't do shit for Black Americans, and we built that country. So it's just kind of like, what is the point of being there if we are going to be hunted, if we're going to be undervalued, disrespected, overly sexualized, and our men constantly a threat of being turned out into some fucking gay shit because everybody want to be gay or trans or whatever the fuck. And so I'm over it. I'm over it. I mean, I personally am not against the community itself, but I don't like the trans shit. And I certainly don't like it when it comes to children. Allow the child to grow up and then decide what they want to do with themselves. It's just too much, right? For me, it's just too much for me. But I just feel like it's something happening that's, I don't know. I'm over it. I just was like, fuck this shit. I'm done.
Yeah. The people who, oh, look at you. You ran away. You know, we're supposed to stand here and fight. You ran to Africa. You're a punk. You got no balls. You ran. I
No,
get
nobody ever. You get that? I never heard nobody say that shit to me. But I'd be like, well, bitch, you go over here and die.
They didn't say to me directly.
Yeah.
They make videos and shoot me little emails from weird addresses you can't answer back. They never said it to me, you know. But yeah, I get that though.
Yeah, this whole for me, that's a new one because I'm running. What are you running from? Running from what? You're making a decision to have peace in your life. You're making a decision to live amongst your own people. You're making a decision to understand your own heritage. And you're not only doing that, you're claiming your heritage. You're claiming your ancestry. You're letting them know we're not just Black people. You can no longer tell us that we have no culture. We have no ancestry. We're nothing but descendants of slaves. Well, who were slaves before they were slaves? They were Africans, period. They were Africans from African kingdoms. They were Africans from African clans. They were Africans from African countries that were not the countries we know of now because of the Berlin Conference, but they are and they were part of kingdoms here in Africa. And they all had value. They all had a purpose and they all had family. And all that was stripped. And when it was stripped, we had to create our own families. We had to figure out how do we stay united. We had to jump the broom because we weren't allowed to get married. We had to deal with constant rape and still be able to hold each other up and say, okay, you know, I still got you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, we have survived the most heinous atrocity out of any other group in the entire world, even though they try to act like we didn't. Slavery in America, transatlantic slave trade was pure Holocaust, 100%. If you look at the definition of Holocaust, that's what it is. And so it's just like when people say you running, I'd be like, bitch, you know what? I ran to peace, motherfucker. I ran to my ancestors' home. I ran to where the fuck I belong. I ran to where my grandmama, granddaddy, grandpappy came from. I ran back to my culture. I ran back to my heritage. Bitch, you stay there in Crackerville and see how the fuck that shit turn out for you. Fuck you. That's and your mama too. That's what I say.
Brilliantly said. Brilliantly said. That's a perfect answer. That's right. You know, because when you do have a platform, no matter what the size of it, they have people who are sitting back and they just like, especially when they see you actually doing things. Because we have a lot of people out here who they front, they pretend, they project. If anything, with me, most don't even know all that's going on a good level. You know what I mean? I'm not like I've seen guys back in the day go to the shopping mall, you know, smartphones around. It was a couple of years ago, and they stand up next to a luxury vehicle and they have their friend take a picture and they put it up on their Facebook page so more women would come to them because they think they have more stuff. And it's the same thing. They have so many who are putting up a front, but they don't know what they're doing. They act like they have a plan, but they don't have anything going on and have others follow behind them. It's like, wait a second, you know, your life is jacked up. How are you going to drag somebody else into this?
Right. Exactly. You know? Exactly. I mean, I know. I mean, but that's what they do on Instagram constantly. The crazy ass pictures they take on Instagram, the stuff they talk about their vacations, and the way they can like distort a picture or take it from a certain angle and it looks all fabulous and they sitting over there over a mud puddle or some shit. But it just looks amazing when you see it. It's like, oh my God, this must be the most amazing place. You know, it's all a facade. It's all bullshit. I mean, social media is great. It's a fantastic marketing tool, but it's also very destructive. People start looking and watching and believing what they see and start judging their own selves, their bodies, their image, their hair, everything by what they're seeing, you know? So it's just, it's a double-edged sword, you know? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And I'm glad everybody here had a chance to see you in a different way, because there are many people who are on this side of YouTube world that subscribe to you, who could not like you. How could I not like you? How could I not treat you like my sister? And
these bitches here don't like me, the creeping assholes. They just love to talk shit about me behind my back. Well, none of them say nothing to my face, but they don't like me here. I don't know what's going on with these groups.
You know what I mean? It's always going to be that way. That means you're doing something right. because you're not begging anybody for anything. You're not bringing any drama. You are who you are, and you know where you're going and where you've been. And I take my hat off to you that I just tip my headphones.
Real though.
Yeah, but that's what it has to do. You have that kind of spirit to you, and I don't understand. But like I said, I'll continue to support you. You got a big brother here, and not that you can't handle yourself, but trust me, if they want some of this, they can get it.
I appreciate you, Lance. I appreciate you being down.
So see, I got a scar
I
here.
see it. I see it.
I need one right here. So please afford me. Try something.
Lance is crazy, y'all. He crazy in real life too. He be having me cracking up laughing. I be like, dude, these analogies off the chain. But but Lance,
where'd that come from?
right. No, I appreciate you, but you know me. We got an hour and 10 minutes, Lance. You already know.
I know. For me, this is just an intro. I'll be like, well, come on, let's get 8 more hours in there, right? No, that's the way it is. No. We're gonna get it incrementally. We're gonna get it incrementally, and we'll keep the rest. But that idea you said about, man, we got to do that idea on our next one.
I think it'll be good.
There's something you want to drop or whatever you want to come on, even if it's a shorter time. I know you're not a long-winded person that way. You say you got time to say, hey, I got to say something for 15 minutes. Just put it out there. Let's do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's a wonderful thing, and I want to keep on going. And like I said, we have so much more to do. This is just the beginning, and I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, I got little tips, little tricks, and little things I can show you. And you're there. Trust me.
You know the game. You know the game. You about to be my YouTube teacher. I'm going to YouTube University. That's gonna be my professor.
Let me tell you something. Whatever I know, you got it. I'm showing you whatever, and this I don't know everything, but there's a couple little things I know. I've been out here for a while, and like I said, I love your work. I love what you do. I love what you bring. You help a lot of people.
Awesome. Thanks, Lance. You're used to, like I said, you my wingman. Like I don't know, you crazy like that. You my wingman. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it, crazy.
Yeah, boy. I gotta get a big cloth to put around my neck, right? Get my big glasses, For all the haters,
don't believe the hype.
I can't do nothing for you, man. I can't. You jump from the jelly into the jam.
Oh, child. Okay. All right. No, I appreciate you allowing me to be on your channel and, getting me to talk about things that I normally wouldn't talk about on YouTube. But, it's cool,
Yeah, but you can do that here. You dropped it. You dropped it. You dropped the truth, and you inspired, and you help people before making a leap to think. And you saved a lot of tragedies, and that's what it is. You get freely of yourself, and you have that storehouse of knowledge to share. You're not just speculating on something else that you heard somewhere else. You're talking the real stuff, and that's what we need here, real, because we know in YouTube and the social media, there are a whole lot of frauds out here that if you really knew the story behind it, you wouldn't go near them at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Stand on that truth. And put the work in.
That's why channels get shut down, because the bitches is dumb.
There you go. Bang! That's so crazy. Hey, you bring it to the table. All right, so
my bad. Okay, my bad.
No, ain't no bad. No, it's all good. You say what you want to say here, because you my sister, and it's okay. Who's gonna complain? I'm here.
I do want to say one thing though. Empressella, hey girl. Nice to virtually see you.
and also too, I passed the message along. So when it comes to the ackee and the saltfish and the brown stew chicken and all those good peas and rice
and patties.
Oh, and patties. Yes.
Don't get me excited.
She was just on the other show. I know she's in the back. I think she's on a phone call. I'm gonna have her personally talk to you, and you got the hookup for life.
Love it. I mean, sometimes you just need some really good Jamaican food. That's just what I'm saying.
When you take that stuff there, hands down. It's hard being a vegan in this world with somebody like that. You know, you smell that stuff, oh man, I just got to get a little bite. The bite becomes a plate, and the plate becomes a banquet. And you're walking around, have me walking on my third trimester of pregnancy.
You need to quit. You need to quit. You need to stop. You tripping.
You know how I do.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Get some rest, you know. Because if not, I'll have you on here. You'll have dark circles in the eyes, more look like a raccoon. You'll be like, that damn Lance, he got me on there. Get on there, you know.
No, but thank you for having me. I appreciate being
much
on your show. All right, Lance.
All right, sweetheart.
I know. Okay, all right. Bye.
Everybody go subscribe to her right now. The information is down there. I'm gonna play a little music so you can get it right. I want to see, I'm going to find out and tell me if there's a jump in your subscriptions. All the people who are here, it should be going up because we're here in Ghana together. We're going to be doing things, and that's going to look real bad if you don't. And you better not put no thumbs down because if there are two of them, we know who the first two thumbs down are going to be on this video. Bang! Bang!
You stupid.
I'm going to do something real stupid, but I'm going to do it like this. Like I was saying earlier on, look. I'm just going to take you off the screen for a second. I'm going to do it like this, and you know exactly what I'm saying. Because you know what? I got the cameras, y'all. I got the cameras. You know what I'm talking about, too. That joke we talking about. I ain't no woman now, but I'm just saying. That's an analogy that you know about.
Funny. That is so funny. Okay, Lance, I'm done. Good night. Good night.
Talk to you later on. All right.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye.
All right. Okay,
bye, y'all.
This is gonna be a good day because it's early. We got a little straightening up to do, and we're gonna do something live before I retire in the bed tonight. And it's like that. And we got two good shows in. Again, rest in power, Paul Mooney. You're an icon. You taught us a whole lot. You helped us to walk a little taller, a little stronger. And yes, LASEA75, the Black Unicorn, please make sure to subscribe to her channel. And Echo Bella, I want to talk to you. Lance at LanceScurv.com. Empress G, if you can put that contact information there for me, Lance at LanceScurv.com. I got to get your email address again. I want to talk to you about a few things. And it's all good. I'm going to end this show right now. We're going to be back. It may be unexpected, but we're going to have a flow like this all the time where we have a good spirit. We have a good feel. We get a good feeling. We get informed, and it's uncensored. That's what it is. But as long as we're being taught and we learn and ascend and laugh at the same time, like when we do our comedy shows, when we do something spontaneous, I always carry the cameras with me to make sure that we capture things as they happen. If you have a good interview, you have a good person that wants to talk, let me know and we'll work it out. The contact information is out there. Oh, Linda. Oh, you missed it. Oh, you missed the other show too? Oh, man. Don't worry. There'll be more. You'll be able to see this after. Anyway, let me run out of here. I got to do a few things, and we will be back possibly tonight, either through a recording or something else. So that's how it is. Anyway, much love to you all, and I'll see you next time. Bless you.